Video. Today we are playing Diablo 3 Reaper as Souls, and I know it's kind of like out there and random, but it's mainly because they have a DLC that's supposed to be leaked out, and it's gonna be a new character, which is something Diablo has not had in a while actually. So it's the Necromancer, and it's supposed to be like Rise of the Necromancer, and cutscene activated again. And I'm like really excited for this. So I'm gonna load in here, and I do have multiple characters actually already made, and I'll go through them real quick. So we have honestly, some of their names are just completely out there and random. Like this one is Death. He is my main character, and he is kind of like there's a Necromancer. Obviously, that's coming out. And then there's this guy's kind of like a version of the Necromancer that's more of the spirits, I guess, to put it. And you have the monk, fighting type dude. Kratos, and he's Aang, so anyone who watched Avatar: Last Airbender knows exactly what I'm talking about. Kratos is just a name I use for my wizard. Pandora, character that I actually don't even really use. And there's Fago, just a character I literally made out of the blue one day when my friend came over. And then Hell, which is based off of a Norse mythology. So I'm just gonna pull up my normal character for right now, and we're gonna just kind of go in adventure mode, and we're gonna boost the freaking difficulty up to Torment 4 because screw it. So this is a RPG MMO type of game, and it's you can play with your friends. I have no friends to play with. It may sound bad, but it's just none of my friends actually play this. So there's this character, like I said, you can summon things to fight for you. So I have zombie dogs and a Gargantuan, and I have another skill that summons things, but I'm not going to use it right now because it's actually a pretty important skill. For another, what is it called? It's the Fetish Army actually that's popping up right here. And I excuse me. I'm actually farming for a weapon that will let me constantly summon them, and I'm probably gonna change the big bad voodoo. Do I? No, I don't need to. So first I'll start off with we're gonna find out if I have a this is cosmetics. Oh yeah, I have a cow that I can use as a follower. So that's pretty cool. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for. I did not have any greater rift stones, it looks like. Yeah. So we're just gonna go into the rift. And this is the first thing we're gonna do right off the bat. So the rift is I forgot all the buttons I pressed in for a second, holy crap. So the rift is just you go into this area and you murder everything. And you get the boss to spawn in, and he should oh, what's the game about? The game is about, it's really just the actual story is a little more in-depth to what it's about, which without spoiling it, it's like this prime evil is resurrected, and he tries to destroy the world and take it over, and your goal is to make sure that doesn't happen, more or less. So after you beat it, it's kind of just an adventure game at that point to loot your character up and, you know, get as high as possible, more or less, at that point. You know, it's kind of like one of those games that once you're done with it, you can kind of just get rid of it, but the reason why I haven't is because it's, gives me something to, like, constantly do, because, like, okay, I have these other options, such as the Rift to do, which I'm doing right now, and the farming for loot. I love games that let me like constantly farm, but the only thing is that this doesn't have a constant source to farm on, which is the crappiest thing, really, in my opinion. But it's workable with, it's doable. No doubt about that. So as the character I'm playing as, honestly, it's kind of like I just let all my minions do the work for me. Like, I kind of just sit back here and spam spells at people. Just so I can get more minions to come in and help me fight. So... Which is, it's kind of an interesting playstyle, because not many games let you kind of just sit back and do nothing. Unless you're just... You know, there are quite a few games that you can do that with, but when it comes to RPG games, it's kind of weird when it comes to sitting back doing nothing. So... And obviously there's the level up system, which there's... You can see I'm level 80 in the experience bar, it's blue. Normally it's yellow, and you only go up to level 70, and after that you get your Paragon levels, which increase certain skills more specifically. So my Templar is finally doing better. So when you play by yourself, you get a computer to fight with you, and right now I'm using a Templar, and you can, there's also there's like a Warlock girl, and then there's like a Bandit type of dude, I guess is the best way to put him. And the Templar is the tankiest, and has a few attributes that are pretty good about him. He just actually died, but I don't have him fully upgraded. I need to do that, so... Okay, he's got stuck. Oh, okay, Arcane Enchanted. So those spinning things, by the way, in my opinion, are the most deadly type of damage in the game. They're arcane. So... They, like, really do damage to you. But there is a rolling system, and if you roll, you kind of take less damage. See if I can pick up this Death Breath. Death Breath is a... No, screw it, I'll just pick it up and just sell everything later. So there is a money system to this. There's quite a few different systems of money, I guess you could say. At the bottom, 2 million coins, and right next to it, they're called blood gems, which you get only from the rift. And it's pretty cool. On higher rifts, you get... if you beat your previous like score time, your max capacity for the blood gems actually increase. So right now I have like 370 and normal. Sorry, is it 670? Yeah, 670. I think normally it was like 500. I think I had. So. I will admit, playing as this character is kind of... It depends on the way you build him. Most people probably will disagree with me on this, but I feel like he's kind of like one of the weakest characters when it comes to armor, at least. I don't know if people will agree with me on it or not, really. I don't talk to many people who play Diablo, but the only reason why I say that is because you see the minions I have, I don't really think he's meant to be taking that much damage, but the way I build him is that I can sit in a pool of like damaging lava or something and take almost no damage because my lifesteal is so high. I think my lifesteal is high. It's like life per hit, you have life per second, and then life after kill. So it's, you have multiple health factors that come into it. And those drop. So these little skulls that you see me collecting, they are, God, wow, I just lost my complete train of thought. They increase the, if you see the rift bar right there on the side, it's at 29%. Every time you collect a skull, it increases it a little bit more. I think it's by 1%, if I'm correct. So. This is probably the best way to get loot. I mean, well, advanced rifts are the best way to get loot. But you need to do these rifts to get the advanced keys, which if you're lucky you can actually get 2 keys from 1 drop. So I'm going to summon my other minions heads there. Now I'm running like, it's 9, 10, I had like 18. I can have quite a few minions up. I have running like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 minions I have up right now. So, large amount. It's makes it kind of easy for me, so to say. So that was a transition. When you make it to the end of a dungeon, you'll transition to a new area. Some dungeons though are like really long and have just a lot of enemies in it, where you don't need to even worry about transitioning. You'll get all the kills you need within the dungeon. Rat machining. Kills, indeed. Dungeon, yeah, it is indeed it is a dungeon. Which makes this game, it's one of those games that has no end to it, potentially. Like, if you're just going for the story, then yeah, there is an end. But if you're not going for the story, then it's potentially an unlimited, it's kind of like a sandbox game. Minus building. So, not Minecraft. Or, Terraria. Multiple games. Just think of something you build and survive in. That's a sandbox game. And then there's this, where you just hunt for beast, loot, and stuff. And pretty much the most. I actually have a friend, his brother plays this game, and his Paragon level is at 300, and that's 300 plus 70. He's probably higher now, like 500 now, so he's about 570 levels he went through, and I only went through about 150 now. So I'm definitely at a high level, but if I invested as much time, well, if I didn't have a giant break where I stopped playing it, I'd be a much higher level. Like, much, much higher. So just to everyone who hasn't actually played this game, you see on the top that these guys have silver bars on their names, and sometimes they have gold ones. They're just referring to a type of boss, like this one right here. It's kind of like a mini boss, and they have different things. Like this one's knockback, frozen, reflects damage, and molten. The molten is this explosion thing you see right here. The knockback, it knocks you back. The frozen was the free stuff you would see on the ground. And there's a lot of different what are they called? Factors? Not factors. Yeah, we've got another one right here. This is a arcane enchanted one. Modifiers, there we go. So electrified summons electricity, vortex, sucks you in, arcane enchanted, there's those spinny things that absolutely kill you. And Avenger, I think they deal more damage if one of their teammates die. So definitely makes these guys a little more annoying. The health linked ones, that modifier I think is like literally one of the most useless ones, because that means that all the people within the group share the same health. So say if they have a set amount of 30,000 health, everyone shares that health in that group, which means all 3 of them die if that 30,000 is depleted. So it's like, what's the point of that? To further explain my character, I actually remember the word for it. It's voodoo, well, you know, a witch doctor. He's with the voodoo, so that's why you see zombie dogs. And the Necromancer is the class that will be coming out, and that's the one I'm going to be buying the DLC for that. And I will do like a stream, and I'll probably do the whole entire story with it, to be honest, to redo the story, because it was a really interesting story. And the Necromancer is going to be more the bringing the dead to life, and it's actually a throwback to Diablo 2, if I'm correct. The Necromancer. But it's not going to be the same Necromancer because like each one kind of has their own backstory, and they're not going to do the same exact Necromancer as in Diablo 2, so they're going to make a new story really to go along with him. So I have one of every character so far, and when the Necromancer comes out, that's going to be an interesting play for me. I was supposed to be coming out like near quarter 2 of 2017. Actually, if I'm correct what they said, and they don't know the price of it yet or anything. The only DLC they had is that this is Diablo 3, but then they added the Reaper of Souls DLC and kind of relaunched the game again. So you can't really buy just Diablo 3 now unless you're playing on a computer. So if you're playing console, it's going to be Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. And you get this extra DLC to do with Mathiel, the Angel of Death, which, you know, I thought Diablo was hard, who was the final boss of the main game. Kind of obvious, to be honest. Mathiel was a pain in the arse, to be honest. He really pissed me off, and I played through the whole entire story from Act 1 to Act 5 with my former best friend, and even with 2 people, it was not easy, to be honest. So, it was one of those bosses that if you could grind out, you have a really strong character, but if you can't kill him pretty easily, it's hard. Although this game has a lot behind it if you do all side quests and stuff. I don't know the playtime of it, but I think it took well over an actual playtime of a day to make make my character to where he is and get through the story. So when like I said, the Necromancer comes out, I will definitely be up for playing through the whole entire story again, because that was just a great story, to be honest. So he'll be like my stream character. Some people do YouTube videos where they'll use their character and then they'll do a stream with a completely different character, and that's probably what I'll do, to be honest. So it'd be pretty cool to do. Maybe just copy it and something like that. And we'll go into the third one. So if you guys haven't realized yet, I'm picking up these little glowing yellow globes on the ground, and those are Nephilim's Glory. And you are the Nephilim. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll just pull up the character detail right here. Your attacks will do more damage, and you release blast on your enemies, and with that you what is it called? With that it's obvious you do double damage, and then here's all the stuff and everything. As the Witch Doctor, intelligence is your main source of damage. Dexterity is for barbarians and crusaders, and then dexterity is demon hunters and monks, and strength is barbarians and crusaders. Intelligence is also for wizards. I forgot to mention that. So right now mine is increased by 7,827 intelligence. My damage is increased by that. Vitality is your health, so more damage, and every point you get is 100 extra, so 6,375 times 100, and then armor reduces your damage, and then your damage right here. So there's a bunch of different factors into it. Damage increased by intelligence. I have nothing that increases my damage by skills. My bonus damage to elite, which is by my items. Attacks per second, that's how fast I can attack in a second. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. You can increase your critical hit damage. Your critical hit chance very rarely can be increased. Cooldown reduction, very important to have as my character, since my cooldowns on some of my things are like 120 seconds. Which is pretty crappy. But I have like this right here, my fetish army damage, which is it's pretty good. So you just have the thing, like defense, the block stuff. It doesn't really apply to my character. and you just keep going down, and you see thorns is how much damage is dealt back to the attackers, and your life, and then your life bonus, and life per second. Here we go. This is what makes me kind of my character overpowered. Your life per second, which is how much life you regenerate per second. I have no life steal currently, but my life per kill is 3,000. My life per hit is 42,000. So, and the healing glow bonus. So, I constantly am able to regenerate my health, so I can't really die unless from a really large amount of damage done to me, which doesn't happen that often anymore. Movement speed is not increased. My gold find is increased though a lot, so I get more gold. That's how much experience I have currently, which is a lot more than I thought I actually had. Damn. It's bonus experience and bonus experience per kill. So that's just your character details, and it changes per character. Depending on how long the stream is, I'll probably change throughout my character. But that's that, and then this is, can I actually give that to my follower? Yeah, I can. So, there's also different rarities. This one you see with the yellow background is kind of like, a legendary, I guess you'd say. No, it's not. Will it be? Nah, it's not legendary, because this one right here is legendary. This is a rare, then. Can I compare it, please? Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so rare, and then you have blue, which is like uncommon. Then you have straight up white ones, which you almost never find at this level. I take that back, actually, now that I think about it. So there's different rarities. It's one of those loot systems, but it makes it a really hard grinding. Finding legendaries is kind of rare, but you do the rifts, you're gonna find legendaries quite a bit. Speaking of, I went through my character's details. If I go to my skills now, my Fetish Army is this thing that lets me summon little tiny dudes who summon knives, and they do a crap ton of damage with the increase I have on it. My Haunt deals 4,000 weapon damage. It's cold over 12 seconds. And if the enemy dies, it will haunt another enemy. And with that, I have the modifier, I guess you could call it, release 2 spirits with every cast. Then I have my Summon Zombie Dogs. Now, normally I think you summon 1 or 2 zombie dogs, but because of my passives, which I'll go into after this, I could summon 5 at once, and they deal 120% of my weapon damage. And they also heal me for 100% of my life on hit with every attack. If you look at other modifiers, we have they burst into flames, burning nearby enemies as with fire. And you have lifelink. Any damage done to me, they'll absorb 10 of it. Enemies who are hit by zombie dogs are chilled for 3 seconds. It slows them down. And then they have an infectious bite that deals 120 damage of weapon damage over point. Now, I might get rid of my life per hit because I think I am able to do enough. So, I think 80... Nah, because they're constantly attacking things. So, there's my zombie dogs. Now, if we go check here, we'll see if it changed my life per hit, which is at 42,000 before, if I'm correct. So now if we go down and check, it's still at 42,000. So they were giving me an extra 42,000. So I didn't really need that. But now that I have that, it was helping me even better. Now my big bag voodoo, it's like I hold down this area, and this is my area, more or less it comes. It counts as a fetish, which I don't understand why they use fetish. I don't know the definition of fetish, take it for granted. So there's that, but it begins a ritual dance that increases the attack speed and movement speed of all nearby allies by 15% for 20 seconds, and then underneath that, it increases my damage by 15%. So any of my allies in it do extra damage. So my zombie dogs, my Gargantuan, and my Templar all do extra damage. That's not the button I wanted to click. Then we have Spirit Barrage. Bombard an enemy with 4 Spirit Bolts that deal a total of 600 weapon damage. It's cold. Now, I changed it up to do Manitou. Summon a specter that hovers over you, unleashing spirit bolts at nearby enemies for 6,000 weapon damage as cold over 20 seconds. If you don't know what they mean for that part, it's 6,000 damage done in 20 seconds. So it was a little confusing to me at first, but that's what they got to at the end. So the 600% from the normal one is how much damage done, but then this one does 6,000 damage over 20 seconds. This one is gain life. Then you have a summon specter that deals as much damage as cold over 5 seconds. And these ones are like summoned on the ground. So it's another thing that holds down an area for you. Then you have these ones, seek out. You summon 3 of them. So instead of 4, you summon 7. And they deal 65% weapon damage as fire. Additional? No, it's just 65. And then more mana. This one I just do because I spam my one ability. I hold it down, and I'll get to my passive on that, but there's a reason why I do that. Then there's my Gargantuan. This is a Gargantuan zombie. He's a giant zombie. Obviously, and he deals 450% of my weapon damage. It's physical. The modifier I'm using on him is Restless Giant, and when he encounters an elite enemy, aka a gold enemy or a boss, or is near 5 enemies, he enrages for 15 seconds and increases his movement speed, attack speed, and increases physical damage. But it cannot occur more than once every 45 seconds. So that means this one is he has a cleave ability, multiple enemies, more damage. Some of them more. This one only lasts for 15 seconds, if I'm correct. Yeah, more powerful, and he does damage. This one is surrounded by poison cloud, so area of effect, and then slime enemies. So what one did I have in my zombie dogs again? Poison spite. All right, so let me come do the fetish psycho pants. Probably the best ability I have so far. And this is what I was talking about my spell. So this one hovers over me and summons the spell for me. And then this one I spam. And with that, every time I hit an enemy with either of those abilities, there's a 50% chance I'll summon a dagger-wielding fetish to fight by my side for 60 seconds. And I think the most I've gotten was about 20. So that's a large amount. Then, and my extra zombie dog. And then the life is increased for my zombie dogs. Then my spells return 100 mana over 10 seconds. And this is how I never run out of mana. Then an extra zombie dog. So I summoned 3 originally, and then plus these 2. Now there's another one I have. This one? No. Is it? This lets me reduce the cooldown on them. Let's see. No, it's this one right here. One more zombie dog. While you have a Gargantuan zombie dog or fetish summon, your movement speed is increased by 15%, and then with the bonus increased to 30% when they're not in combat. So, yeah. You was originally using that one to have 6 zombie dogs, but I'm like, this one gives me a lot more enemies. So, those are my skills that I'm running for this character. That was kind of long to explain, but it was to get the understanding of the way my character works and how he's set up. Obviously, when it comes to my other characters, I will probably do a more quick talk on it to get that done and over with, because I will admit that was a pretty long talk. So, yeah, my zombie dogs. There we go. So now I have poison zombie dogs. So now I'm going to be dealing... Ooh, okay, now I'm level 82. Set my cooldown reduction. And grab that double damage. So now, my character is kind of based on a lot of summoning things and dealing damage over time. And my zombie dogs now deal an extra damage over time. And my 2 abilities deal damage over time. So it's kind of like, my character's not based on dealing a lot of damage at once. I feel like it's kind of more like a monk thing. But this gives me kind of a control on the playing field, because I can run and hit them and let my minions deal with it and have that damage over time effect to kill them. So I'm not always in ways harm, because like I said, I don't think my character has that much in. This is a room full of enemies. So, yeah. This is kind of chaotic. Well, good grammar. So, you also see on there at the bottom, kill counter. The more kills I get in a short amount of time increases the amount of XP I get, and you'll see after right here. 45, that's a 2.25 experience booster. So however much XP I got from that group, plus a legendary that just dropped. Holy crap. Okay. A legendary sword just dropped from a barrel. I'm gonna this is what a legendary process is in this game. Drop a legendary, you have to identify it. So we'll see what we get. Monster Hunter. Increased fire damage, increased damage, increased vitality. Is it more than my... No, it's not more than my thing. More damage. So a chance to deal 20% area damage in it. So that's a pretty good sword. I'm going to see if I can get it to my follower. I can. What does this decrease? So... health decreases. I think the experience is what counts as health technically in this game for some reason. But I'm going to give that to him. Now, that's a pretty cool looking sword, to be honest. So now I have these 2 weapons, and he's using that one. So, what's this? A gift for Robin's death. That is my secondary character. Secondary account. I have a few accounts, and you may see me play on another account in the future. Because I have multiple accounts just in case the fact that, you know, so I can do different things. It's like sometimes you have games where it's like you set it up once and then you have to delete your character to then get a different ending or something. So it's kind of like that situation. We have gold right here actually. So as you can see, from all the damage, I'm frozen. So the thing you summon on the ground is the frozen, and it freezes you if you get caught in it. Thunderstorm is the lightning bolts you're seeing shielding. He shields himself, and mortar is the. I mean, you could kind of infer what mortar means, I'm guessing. But just in case you don't, they summon mortars to shoot at them. So if you know what a mortar is, then yeah. But if you don't know what, I'm pretty sure most people know what a mortar is. But the mortar in the game is, he spews pretty much rockets from his head. Now, I don't know what caused that stuff. I've never actually seen that before. There's been a few updates, and I haven't played through all of them. So I guess it's might be a new enemy revealed. Yeah, they're just laying. They're pretty much exploding into gas. Best way to put it. So, also in the game, there's different challenges in quotations you can do to get different bonuses. Like if I smash enough things, tables, barrels, just stuff along those lines, I get a speed bonus, and then if you kill enemies with traps, it's like increased resource gain or something like that, which is your mana for your wizards and your... Is it mana for wizards? I think it's mana for wizards. I can't remember, but you can kind of get along. You just... There's different things for each thing. Increased damage, increased resource gain, increased access to jailer, and a teleporter, and poison enchanted. Oh, isn't that great? These are... Yeah. The most annoying enemy I've ever encountered was Poison Enchanted, Arcane, and... Wait, was there Poison and Arcane Enchanted? I can't remember exactly, but it was Arcane Enchanted, and it was Jailer and a Waller. So I had no way to move from the enemy, more or less, and, we got the Bone... What is his name? Bone Warlock. So I'm gonna focus on him. Because he's gonna be my main target. I'm taking a lot of damage, so I'm going to summon my things near me. He is also resisting a lot of damage. Holy crap. Okay. I'm going to go over here and get this double damage, and then stay inside my voodoo. So, as you can see, as soon as I get everyone on him, everything, because of the way my character is, I deal a lot more damage. And that's the point of my character, is that I don't deal a lot of damage alone, but because of all the summons I have, I can deal a lot more damage, and that's why I'm excited for a Necromancer, because I can't wait to see what his abilities are going to be. So, he just teleported away, so let's see if I can finish him off. There you go. So, a lot of loot is dropped, and he dropped another legendary for me. So, cool. So, let's see, it's a legendary mace, Greater Rift Keystone. So, now we head back to town, and... They used to be after every time you complete a rift, you got a Hordet Cash Remote, which is kind of like a thing that gives you an extra bag with more loot in it. But now you don't get that anymore, and they would appear right in here. Oh, that's a gift. Okay. I was gonna say, like, did I get a Hordet Cash? That'd be pretty cool. So here we got a Greater Rift Keystone, and those drop legendary gems, which are some of the most important gems here you have. This one, smite an enemy, 50% chance on a hit. Increase damage of primary skills for 25%, which... would be good, but I don't use my primary skills that often on this character. This isn't gain increased damage. Then on my, what I'm actually using is I'm using, that's a legendary, yeah, increase my life per second up to 77% based on your missing life. So the less life I have, the more I regen. This one regenerates 10 life per second, like automatically. That's the legendary gem I have in that one. And then we have, from completing a Easter egg back to Diablo 1, you get the Red Soul Shard, which periodically struggle for control. It's a gem that's actually in Diablo's head, and you take it out in Diablo 1, and you kind of become Diablo. and you unleash your ring of fire that inflicts 13,000% of weapon damage as it passes your enemies. So I'm able to deal quite a bit of damage actually. And now we have a mace we could do identify. So it's Nutcracker. It's not that good actually. That's pretty crappy. Yeah. So I'm just gonna run over here and I'm gonna salvage it. So, which is how you get crafting materials for other weapons, such as, so, I can actually make that. What does this give me? Fire thorns damage. Okay. Weapons like this. So I would want to stick to stuff like this. Like I can reforge this blood magic edge I have, and it would increase it, and it tells you what you can get. So attack speed is increased, which I re-rolled actually because I did not want the attack speed. I want the damage. I don't know what the blood oozes from you, to be honest, is, but you get 3 random magic properties too, so it's pretty random. And my favorite thing about this game that you can really do is re-roll stats and abilities. So if you go over here and you go to enchant, you can see that I re-rolled my intelligence. Well, I can actually see it. So view possible replacements. So possible replacements: reduce cooldown of all skills and sockets, reduce resource cost, chance to deal area damage, chance to inflict bleed for however much over 5 seconds, damage to elite enemies, intelligence, and attack speed. So, hello Jason White. What I've been doing is I've been re-rolling. And you re-roll, and the highest amount of intelligence I can get on this is 750. So you do is you re-roll, as I'm going to do right here, and you want to hope it gives you an increased amount of intelligence. So I did not get an increased one, and you're not guaranteed it, but if you have the resources, you can invest into it. Like I got decreased intelligence, so that's really helpful towards me. Sarcasm. And this is your best way to re-roll, and it's also kind of really annoying because you never really get what you want. But you thank you. I'm actually trying to get the rest of this set up for my character on the Witch Doctor. But it's just enchanting is really annoying, to be honest, in this game, in my opinion. So as I mentioned earlier, let's see if I can find them. We have the Templar and the Enchantress, and I'm not actually sure where they are. And this, oh, here they are. So you have the Scoundrel, and his abilities, I don't really use him, so I don't really know what he uses. The Enchantress and the Templar is what I mainly use. But even the Temperist I haven't really used that much. So I stick with the Templar. And he's kind of like the tank and everything, which I should probably get a new shield for him. I'm going to go over and just craft that real quick. So, let's see, armor, is that? No, it's be a weapon. Yeah, here we go. If I'm correct. Yeah, here we go. So we got a Wall of Man shield. I mean, I don't have the required materials for it, so I'll get the materials and craft them. That, new shield. So right now I'm actually gonna go to a Greater Rift. So the Greater Rift is exactly pretty much like the Rift, but it's a little bit harder, better loot you get from it, and someone sent me a friend request. Sorry, I'll screw it all at him. This is kind of like I'm down with that. So I'm losing my words here. Better Rift means better loot. Most games are like that though. The harder the boss, the better the loot you get out of it. If anyone here has played Borderlands, which I have streamed multiple times, and I will stream again eventually, Borderlands 3, hopefully if it comes out, I will definitely play that. So, the last Rift I played was level 17, which was right above Torment level 3, which I'm gonna do again. So it actually kind of kills off my Gargantuan and my zombie dogs right off the bat. But also with the greater rifts, and I'm not gonna have to sit here and talk because you are timed in these rifts. So don't linger, pretty much. Holy crap, enemies. Okay. I was not expecting this. Am I frozen already? God damn. Okay, they are releasing really crappy enemies right off the bat here. Ice ball. So, my, Templar actually got killed right there, right off the bat. So, 2 of those, so, okay, get out of the ice, There you go. So we kill them, and these ones, it's purple. And the purple's their favorite color. So we already have a little bit of a lead, actually, which is pretty good. And this, there's a lot of enemies here, so it's kind of a good sign. I can hopefully get a lead in the timer, because my goal is to always shoot for at least having like 5 to 7 minutes left, 7 to 5 minutes left. And it always is good to have the extra time to kill off, the boss, because the boss is going to take some time. Depending on what character you're playing as, too, though. As I said, my character doesn't deal the largest amount of damage. In fact, actually, I only deal 258k worth of damage. I actually have a pretty high amount of defense. So, with the fact that I have that low amount of damage, really, which I need to increase, like, really bad, to be honest. So, you'll see me, hopefully increase my character's strength and everything today. With the double damage, though, it increases almost up to, yeah, were you the one who just actually friended me? I did not even think if you did. Yeah, you can go ahead and join in, I'm fine with that. Sorry, the dude on my stream, actually, I guess he friended me and he's asking if he could play, so yeah. Is the lobby open? Can you get in? I think it should be. So with the what was I saying? I'm at 200 and something kills. Okay, all right. I was literally just saying something. I can't remember what it was. Crap. All right. Well, this is one of those moments where I completely blanked out. Oh, the double damage thing. So I instead of dealing the amount of damage you saw me, if you double it, that's how much damage I'm actually dealing. And this is a really good rift actually right here, because I'm getting a large amount of kills. So this is going to be a really good XP for a really good amount of XP right here in the end. So I'm going to like do something that I shouldn't be doing as my character, and I'm going to be pushing it kind of, so I can constantly keep that. Crap. So I'm probably gonna lose it right here, but I need these. So yeah, that was a 4 times. That's a diabolical massacre. It increased me up a level though. I cannot. Alright, so in these rifts, it's treated the same as a boss. You cannot change skills or anything while in the rift. I'm already halfway at 11 minutes, so this is really good for me, actually. So it also really helps, though, with the large amount of enemies. I'm able to summon a lot more fetishes to help me with this. So now we're into an area. This is actually not really. I was gonna say this area might have a little less because of in that down area. The only reason why it has less because it's considered hell. So you can assume you're gonna get hell is the best way to put it. So it is a greater rift though. This is my favorite way of really doing stuff, in my opinion. Let's see, yeah, alright. So we're gonna run over here, got a brutal massacre. So I'm gonna summon my fetishes just so I can get through this area a little bit faster. Kill everyone. So I'm not actually sure, but I wonder if my main ability, my primary ability, counts as a spell. I think it technically does. It's voodoo secondary defensive, voodoo decay, voodoo primary secondary defensive, terror. Not really sure, but not 100% sure. Player is joining and is waiting at the main menu. So he's currently at the main menu. So I don't think he can join in the middle of a game, really. I think I still have the Templar for me currently. Not sure. It's trap. Let's see. He's level. Is he level 15? I think he's level. I think the level under there is. I mean, obviously, you can see his name. I think it's his level. So the when you play with multiple people, you get a increased experience, increased magic find, and along those lines is channeling pylon. Alright, so all resource costs and cooldowns are greatly reduced, so this lets me use my abilities a little bit more. I'm trapped, so I don't understand how I'm still trapped. The portal over there? No, it's more enemies. Okay. I saw the little circle on his bottom. I thought it was a enemy, actually. My channel is iChimney Games. So. Holy crap. Okay, that's mortar. And those things actually deal a lot of damage to my character. And there's my Templar. So he's only in right now because of he normally would be gone, but since I'm in this rift alone right now, and my teammate is at the waiting menu, it's he's gonna stay in until I'm done, when he can be transferred, because you don't have the I'm trapped again. There you go. iChimney Games. That's my channel. Nice. Hopefully that was slow enough. So, as you can see, we're kind of getting into it seems like we're getting into a little bit harder part in the rift, because I'm getting a lot more minions, so a lot more silver enemies and a lot more gold enemies. So I just have to be careful here, because it seems like they're frozen, so I'm going to be slowed, and I can't, really afford to be down like that, because it greatly can cause damage fast. And this is a fleeting shrine. Speed pylon. Ooh, gotta go down again. So I made it floor 3. Alright, so right here the rift is the guardians gonna be summoned, because you can see we have some. Nightmare, Shieldless, Plagued minions. So they're minions, meaning there's a gold enemy, for sure. Shielding, they shield damage, so they take less damage. And Nightmarish means that they have a chance to fare, which is why you saw my dog literally just freaking run across the screen. So, right there. Yep, and now the guardian is gonna be summoned. So, let's see if we can get the guardian to come here. It's the binder. No, he wants us to come over there. Oh, okay, never mind, it's a she. Okay, she's going down quite easily. That was webbed. Webbed goo. Yeah, she's going down easily. Mainly because there's nothing here that my other things can focus on. So all the damage is being. Oh, she summoned spiders. Up, they're dying right away. So yeah, she didn't live. She just straight up did not live. So I got, looks like 2 legendaries there. One of them was a gem. Bane of the Trapped. Increased damage against enemies under the effects of control and permanent effects. That's useless to me. I don't use control and effects often. Then we have another mace. Let's see what this is. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Severely decreased damage, but better shielding and health on it. So it's okay, but I think I'd probably re-roll the attack speed on it. So because of the fact that I only use really like these ones, this one I'm gonna continue upgrading. Upgrade failed. Oh crap. Upgrade succeeded. 60% chance to upgrade. There you go. So rank 13. So now I go back to the town. And this is where I'll pick up the person in my stream. So yeah, Templar will remain in town. So now I'm level 84. So I'm going to increase my resistance and my resource reduction gain. So yeah, there he is. I think he's playing as a wizard. Yeah, that's a wizard. So I guess we'll just continue running rifts. There's nothing else really more or less to do. So I mean, there is bounties obviously, and there's keys. I'll actually go take him to do a key. I cannot do that here. I have a key, which you have to go to Nutristram to do. So we'll head over there. And hopefully I can take him. I think I should be able to. Yeah. And here it takes Adobe. Remember, it's too far away. How do I get... Oh, it's not there. So yeah, there he is. So, Realm of Regret. Yeah. Let's wait to use this. I can't remember, he might... Yeah, he declined. Well, I'll go in, then. I'm down with this. So, I don't know what he's actually gonna do, the King of the Dead. Okay, there's a witch. I'm actually taking care of the King of the Dead. Okay, Arcane Enchanted, that's not good. So, there's gonna be enemies that are summoned. Yeah, okay, so this will give me a chance to get Nephilim's Glory, so I can increase my damage then. My goal is to take out at least one of them first before the other. And then Arcane Enchanted. God damn. That one's going in the stairs. Oh crap, he's literally right in front of me. I'm taking a large amounts of damage right now. There you go, double damage. Alright, so I'm just gonna actually spam my abilities on everyone so I can try to get rid of the minions so I can actually have my minions attack the King of the Dead. Raise some of my zombie dogs and hopefully they'll go towards them. Indeed they do. There he is, summoning more minions. Oh crap, okay, that was almost my death. And now I'm stuck in a corner. There we go. I got out. Both of these enemies summon freaking minions. That is literally the definition of my character. That's Paragon level, duh. Yeah, Paragon level 15. So the King of the Dead was the easier one to kill, it seems like. I don't know about the witch, though. We'll find out when we go attack her. I feel like she'll probably be easy to kill since she's the one dealing more damage, it seems like. Possibly. King of the Dead is almost dead. Ironic. Yeah, she's going down really easily. I just have to watch really careful on my health because I have arcane enchantments around me. It's kind of funny, she's summoning some arcane enchantments out in the open where, like, it's never gonna hit me. So now I have all my minions on her. Well, except for maybe a few that might be... Okay, so that's double arcane right there. Alright, so let's just summon this thing. And she's dead. So, yep, we just completed that. Those keys are way easier than, like, you really should expect, to be honest. Which, holy crap, I have so many freaking things literally following me right now. So here we got, like, the Hellfire Ring of Intelligence, which, I don't have anything for. Chance to launch an explosive ball of Hellfire where you attack. I'm pretty sure that's what all they do, yeah. And I think there's also amulets for them. Yeah. So, he's just down there spinning around in circles, having fun. Yeah. So, the Hellfire stuff is a little bit better, but a little more grindy to get. The amulets, I don't think are that good. Chance to engulf the ground in lava, dealing. So there's two different types of rings. There's just a regular Hellfire ring, and then there's Strength, Intelligence, Vitality, and Dexterity. Which I'd go with Intelligence, obviously. Which... actually, it's not even really worth it, to be honest. Yeah. I guess there's kind of like rings for lower levels, possibly. Don't really see how they would do anything. So I guess we'll just go do a rift. So more enemies will probably spawn. They'll probably be a little bit harder. Now that with him, they'll probably also withstand more damage because, you know, more enemies, more health, more loot, stuff along those lines. That's the best way I can explain it. There's a crafting material back there. So I'm gonna set my voodoo circle over here. So I have played as a wizard, and I think he's the first character I got up to level 70 actually. good character. My setup's a little different than his, it looks like already. So, I can't tell what he's using or remember what he's using, to be honest. And he just leveled up. Oh, great. Got minions over here. Legendary dagger. It's legendary mojo. Okay, so I just got a legendary mojo, which is my offhand item for this thing. So let's see what they got real quick. Grasp of the Dead no longer has a cooldown. Hmm. Mana per second. Grasp of the Dead. I don't think I used Grasp of the Dead. No longer has a cooldown. Well, I'm gonna keep it on. I don't know if it's better for like the Grasp of the Dead. I don't really use that skill, but it increases my damage, so it's better in my mind. Excuse me. Grab that and that right there. And we'll head through the door. What does my voodoo thing look like, actually? Can't see, the butcher's in the way. Alright, whatever. Ooh, so I know what that... I can't remember the name of the ability, but I do remember using that ability, the Fire Serpent, or whatever it is. I've used that before, so... And then that's the Vortex, I think. Oh, ooh, Goblin. The Blood Thief, ooh. That's really good loot, actually, to have. 497 blood tokens now. So I have Big Bag Voodoo. I go, ooh, frozen. Frozen is the one ability I've learned to dodge no matter what, because it has caused me so many deaths, especially with Arcane. Enchanted, if you get a Frozen and Arcane enchanted, they do a lot of damage. Because they freeze you, and then the Arcane Enchanted just travels right through you. And what's up, Ballistica? Wow, I cannot speak. And there's a level up, just 85. light did. Increased experience. Cool. Yes. So double damage. Everyone says it wrong. Yeah, I kind of looked at it briefly. I realized that there was a C at the end and not just an A. Although, interesting name. No doubt about that. There's a spider boss in one of the missions. It's actually kind of hilarious. She's a giant spider. The wood's just there. That wood is the most awkward wood placement ever. Okay. Illusionist Nightmarish looks. Alright, that's a lot of. I hate illusionists for that reason. Okay, that was almost death for me. Double damage. So, a little tip I actually have for all of you who do play Diablo, and if you ever realize that, you know, the illusionist, you can't ever tell what the real one is, you either need to hold down L2 on whoever the main boss is, because L2 will let you focus on an enemy, and you'll only damage that enemy, assuming your ability is not a random like my O is random, but you're also, though, you can do that, or try to go for the illusionist that has the most amount of health. The one that has the most amount of health will be the one that is the real one. It will. I'm pretty sure most of people who play Diablo know this, so it's kind of just a tip for people who haven't played it, more or less, or want to play it. They'll have the most health. I use the Witch too. It's been so long since I played. Yeah, the Witch Doctor is my favorite, just because of the fact that it kind of takes attention off me when I'm playing. So I can, like, if I'm ever about to die, I can focus on healing myself and focus more on, like, say, a boss, rather than having to deal with all the minions. I can let my minions do it. I'm pretty sure since you played as the Witch, then you would understand that. Sheathing Armor, Arcane Dust. So, like, right here, I'd be focusing on the boss, and I hold down L2, and all my damage is going to be directed towards her. I'm chilled. Death Breath is an important resource to have. And there's a gate right here. I'm going to open up the gate. I'll just let the enemies in. My dogs are doing absolutely nothing over in that corner. There we go. Yeah. I have the character details. This is, I don't have the, like, best stats right now, honestly, but I'm doing the most I can for my character at the level I'm kind of at. I focus a lot more on my minions rather than myself, so... The most thing I value on my characters is the, life steal. My life regeneration, as you can see up here, I kind of life per second and life per hit. if I can keep my character alive, there's no point to really um yeah, they're pretty high. Um, I'm at a point in the like leveling system where it's like it's constantly going to be increased to a higher level. I'm guessing when you stop playing or something. Did you make it to the Paragon levels? I'm not. If you don't know what they are, then I'm going to say you probably didn't. Not trying to, you know, put your character down or anything. My father is in. Game he plays with Wiz and it's Paragon 70. Yeah, Paragon level is yeah, is in love with this game and he plays Wiz. I have a wizard too, and Paragon level transfers between all characters. So, my wizard was the first character I got up to level 70, and then I went back to the witch doctor and leveled up my witch doctor again. Wizard is a pretty good character, actually. It deals quite a amount of damage. But yeah, the I'm Paragon level 85, as you can see. And the person I'm playing with, actually, who was in my stream earlier, he was started off at 15, is now Paragon level 18. So, and he's playing as wizard. So, and these moths have more health than they should, or that moth does at least. Yeah, they have more health than they should. So I'm gonna summon the big bad voodoo. I love the skill names for some of the the witch doctor. It's kind of funny to me. Like the big bad voodoo. Ooh, a resplendent chest. I do not play Agario. That's a wizard. I'm gonna drop that for him then. Here it is. I don't know if he sees it or not. It's a Sundant Mask of the Phantoms. Yeah. I need to really freaking get the powers done. I finally figured out how to get the legendary materials. I feel like such a noob for saying that. But, I figured because I'm looking at your name and it says the .io after the Goda. Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. And, I kind of figured, at least off basic knowledge before, because I have played it. It's just I don't really play it that much. So, wasn't. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game. It's just like wasn't really my interest. If you probably know what I mean. Not all games catch your interest, so. Don't roll backwards. There's a goblin over here. I don't know where the goblin is. He's somewhere in there. Oh, he's back here now. I'm stuck in enemies. There you go. Insufferable miscreant. Hindering obstructionist. Not exactly sure what I picked up there. I'll drop some of it, see if this guy wants it. Not the axe. Scorn. give that to my follower. Whoa. Alright, well, I just dropped both of those. Whatever. He's dropping his freaking wands. Arcane dust. Yeah, that's how you do know. I think I might be using one of the new maces. There's a chilled going on right there. I'm nightmared. Fucking button. Get the death breath right there. The dead end. Where do we go? Oh, we probably have to go back out. Nope. Never mind. I see it. Good defensive shrine right here. Oh, impervious damage. Yep. Take the back about defensive. That's just straight up invincible. Corrupted Angel. There's a pylon in here too. I think it's the best. Power pylon. Greatly increased damage. And going down. Zara the Mad Stream. I stream Borderlands 2, and I've streamed the pre-sequel. I've streamed Skyrim, No Man's Sky when it first came out. I will be streaming Tom Clancy's The Division. That's Fallout 4 is the other one too. So Borderlands 2 will probably, it's either going to be Diablo 3 again or Borderlands 2 I might stream. The Division I typically play, but I'm at kind of a low level, and I'm at a point where it's like kind of useless for me to stream, because it's pretty much just me looting around for better weapons and stuff. I mean, then again, you know, doesn't mean I can't do it, so. I do play COD games, streaming them not too often. The DLC just came out yesterday 2 days ago for Infinite Warfare, obviously, and I probably will be streaming Raven the Redwoods for the zombies. Not sure if I'll do the multiplayer, but Raven the Redwoods, Zombies, and Infinite Warfare is pretty good in my opinion. Call of Duty Ghosts Extinction, my brother and I started playing again, so I might stream that with him sometime. So, and Call of Duty Ghosts, it's kind of an old game, but it was one of the best in my opinion, and I know it was a hated game, but hey, everyone has their own opinion, so we're entitled to what we believe. But the COD games do have the Call of Duty Ghost, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, and Advanced Warfare. I got rid of Black Ops 3 because I'm not a big fan of the Black Ops series ever since Black Ops 2. I just felt like Black Ops 1 was the best, and they couldn't really redo what they did in Black Ops 1, to be in my opinion. Rift Guardian. Ghost, okay, so yeah, you were kind of with me and my brother with the Ghost. It was good. BO2 wasn't my favorite, but I will have to admit it's better than Black Ops 3 in my opinion. But the very first Black Ops will always be my favorite. That was just the best in my opinion. Nothing can really beat Black Ops for normal series. My favorite Call of Duty will always be Modern Warfare 3 though, and I hope they do a remastered version of the whole entire Modern Warfare series. They have Modern Warfare 1, they just need 2 and 3 now. So this boss went down pretty quick, to be honest. Yeah. Alright. So now we just go back to town. Easy rift. Templar relic. Ooh. Can I give that to my Templar? I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't right now. I'm gonna keep that for the Templar then. Haunt damage, which is pretty good. 6 random properties. This is just nope special. Okay, well that's the same as I just had one. Yeah. Oh, there's a better version of it. Oh, blueprints. How do I get blueprints? I also forgot. I sound kind of like an idiot right there. Like, where do I get blueprints from? I completely forgot where I got them, to be honest. I find that hilarious in my opinion, though. So as I level up, do the armor increase on it? Because as... What can I get? It's immune to